Welcome to Bible Stories with Activities. Today's reading comes from the Gospel according to John.
Jesus went across the Sea of Galilee. A large crowd followed him because they saw the signs he was performing on the sick. Jesus went up on the mountain, and there he sat down with his disciples. The Jewish feast of Passover was near. When Jesus raised his eyes and saw that a large crowd was coming to him, he said to Philip, "Where can we buy enough food for them to eat?" He said this to test him, because he himself knew what he was going to do. Philip answered him, 200 days' wages worth of food would not be enough for each of them to have a little. One of his disciples, Andrew, the brother of Simon Peter, said to him, "There is a boy here who has 5 barley loaves and 2 fish, but what good are these for so many?" Jesus said, "Have the people recline." Now there was a great deal of grass in that place, so the men reclined, about 5,000 in number. Then Jesus took the loaves, gave thanks, and distributed them to those who were reclining, and also as much of the fish as they wanted. When they had had their fill, he said to his disciples, "Gather the fragments left over, so that nothing will be wasted." So they collected them, and filled 12 wicker baskets with fragments from the 5 barley loaves that had been more than they could eat. When the people saw the sign he had done, they said, "This is truly the prophet, the one who is to come into the world." Since Jesus knew that they were going to come and carry him off to make him king, he withdrew again to the mountain alone.
In today's gospel reading, we hear of Jesus performing the miracle of feeding the crowd with just 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish. I love this reading, because he multiplies what he has. And I also love this reading because he challenges the disciples. He already knows what he's going to do. He knows the miracle he's going to perform, but he challenges the disciples to get them to think and just think about how he possibly can feed that many people. So today, as we think about our activity, I want to challenge you to think how your good thoughts, your good words, and your good actions can multiply and create more good as you encounter people around you.
Today we are going to make Share What's Good confetti. For this activity, you will need to print the template attached to this video. You will need a pair of scissors, a marker, and coloring utensils. Let's get started. Taking your coloring utensils, color your 5 loaves of bread and 2 fish from today's gospel. Once you are finished coloring, you are going to fold your piece of paper in half. Using your marker, write the words "good thoughts" on your paper, and then taking your pair of scissors, cut your paper in half. Flip your 2 pieces of paper over, and then using your marker, write the words "good words" on both pieces of paper. You're then going to take your pair of scissors and you're going to cut each piece of paper in half again until you have 4 pieces of paper. Open and/or flip your pieces of paper over so that there's room to write, and then on your paper, using your marker, write the words "good actions" on all 4 of your pieces of paper. Fold each pile of paper in half, and then take your scissors and cut each stack of paper in half. Now open your strips of paper and stack them on top of each other, leaving 1 strip of paper that has room to write for the top. Once you have your stack of strips of paper, on the one that has room to write, use your marker and write the words "doing good" across it. Then take your scissors and cut your paper in strips so that you can make little pieces to make confetti.
Now you have your confetti. So let your thoughts, let your words, and let your actions be good, and let them multiply. Thank you so much for joining me, and I hope you and your family have a truly blessed week.